Pufferfish are slow-swimming fish, usually ranging in size from about 10 to 60 centimeters depending on the species. With a round body and short fins that help them move gently and slowly in the water. When feeling danger, pufferfish will suck in water, or air, if it comes to the surface, to inflate its body, while erecting sharp, hard spines around it, turning itself into a thorny ball, making it difficult for enemies to attack or swallow. This special self-defense mechanism not only makes pufferfish look more massive, but also acts as a deterrent to predators, helping them survive safely in the dangerous marine environment. In Japan, the farming of fugu has developed into a major industry, with millions of fish being raised each year. The process begins in hatcheries, where eggs are incubated and hatched under strictly controlled conditions of temperature, salinity and water quality. After the larval stage, the fish are transferred to floating net cages in coastal areas or sheltered bays, where the seawater is clear, the currents are steady and rich in oxygen. Here, fishermen feed the fish with a high-protein industrial feed combined with crushed sardines and shrimp to ensure steady and healthy growth. Throughout the farming process, they regularly measure pH, temperature, salinity and monitor the health of the fish, and conduct random sample testing to control the presence of tetrodotoxin-producing microorganisms. Wikipedia. When the fish reach meat size, usually 1.5 to 3 kilograms, fish for Takafugu rubripes, farmers harvest them by pulling the cages ashore, anesthetizing or stunning the fish, then scooping them out, removing the intestines and liver, the parts that contain the highest levels of tetrodotoxin, before cleaning, icing, and shipping. At processing plants, only trained, licensed chefs and processors are allowed to handle the meat. They use specialized knives, fugu hiki, to slice the meat into thin slices. Process it into sashimi, nabe, or sushi, and then vacuum pack or flash freeze it for domestic and export. In addition to the marine farming model, some inland farms such as Umesazo in Tochigi Prefecture also use low salinity mineral spring water to raise fish that do not accumulate toxins. Then switch to artificial seawater before slaughter to increase the sweetness of the meat and ensure consumer safety. Gui Wai Kian Fan Hoi. When catching fugu, Japanese fishermen often use longline fishing, a technique that has long been developed in coastal areas such as Yamaguchi. They drop long lines on the water surface or near the seabed with dozens to hundreds of small hooks, baited with shrimp, trash fish or cut squid to attract the fugu. After a few hours, the lines are pulled up. Fish of sufficient size will be kept, while small or abnormally large fish will be released to protect aquatic resources. In addition to longline fishing, some fishermen also use gill nets or trap nets placed at bays and river mouths where the fugu migrate to catch them during the spawning season. These methods help to collect fish in large quantities while still complying with seasonal fishing regulations, in order to avoid affecting the wild fugu population. The harvesting process is always closely monitored. After loading the fish onto the boat, fishermen quickly salt them, keeping them alive in cool seawater tanks to ensure quality. Then transfer them to processing facilities or cage farms to control toxins before selling. Thanks to efficient fishing techniques and respect for the season, the puffer fish industry in Japan not only brings high income to fishermen but also contributes to preserving ecological resources. Prepare pufferfish, fugu, safely and delicately. Japanese chefs must undergo long-term training and take exams to obtain a professional certificate issued by the government. First, the fish is placed on a stainless steel tray, and the chef uses a specialized knife, Fugu hiki, to separate the skin and completely remove the head. Liver, ovaries, and intestines, the parts that contain the highest levels of tetrodotoxin, so as not to contaminate the clean meat. Next, the white meat is thoroughly washed several times, dried, and sliced into paper-thin slices, arranged into flowers on a sashimi plate, or rolled into flour cakes to enhance the aesthetics. In addition to sashimi, chefs also use dried fish bones and skin to fry until crispy to make fugu hayazaki, a sake brewed with grilled fins, retaining its characteristic flavor and a bit of spiciness. When cooking fugu chiri, the fish is quickly dipped into a hot dashi broth, keeping it firm and sweet, and is often served with vegetables and mushrooms. Each step requires extreme care, as even a small mistake can be dangerous. So only chefs with a valid license are allowed to serve fugu in restaurants. Pufferfish, fugu, brings many outstanding values to Japanese cuisine and economy, but also has many potential risks. In terms of benefits, pufferfish meat has a sweet taste, a special firm texture, becoming a high-class ingredient in sashimi, hot pot and creative dishes. The market price is very high, helping fishermen and professional chefs increase their income. In addition, raising and catching pufferfish forms a systematic supply chain, stimulating culinary tourism and promoting traditional culture. In addition, pufferfish is a source of high-quality protein, low in fat, rich in minerals such as zinc and selenium, beneficial to health when processed properly. However, pufferfish also has great potential dangers. The internal organs, liver, ovaries, intestines, contain tetrodotoxin, an extremely strong toxin that can cause respiratory paralysis and death within a few hours if processed incorrectly. Therefore, only certified chefs are allowed to handle it, which increases operating costs and limits the number of establishments. In addition, overfishing can threaten wild fish populations, affecting the ecological balance of the sea. Thus, pufferfish is both a luxurious, culinary gem, and a dangerous bomb, if not strictly controlled. Thank you for watching today's story. If you find the video useful and touching, don't forget to click like, leave a comment to share your feelings, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next parts. See you again on the next emotional journey.